Myself, I am Chandra. Today I will be teaching you how to write class diagrams, and also we will learn some examples along with the OOPS concept. To understand the class diagrams, it's very important to know the OOPS concept. Class diagram is a type of diagram that is structural in nature. OOPS stands for Object Oriented Programming. Any real-time object could be represented in terms of software. In OOPS programming language, object contains two parts. One is called attributes, which is nothing but the data of the field. The second part is the code or the logic, which are called as methods. There are a lot of programming languages that supports OOPS concept. They are Java, C++, C Sharp, Python, R, PHP, Visual Basic, and so on. All these languages do have the object-oriented principles implemented in them. To understand further, let's try to understand a real-time objects. For example, a dog could be in real time also represented in terms of class. For example, a dog class, it can have attributes like breed, right? Number of height or attribute 1, or you can have any number, color, right? So like this, many attributes you can have it, and it can also perform some action, right? A dog can run, it can eat, it can walk, right? These are all different methods which are used to represent the dog. Also, we shall understand another example of a car. Car is a real-time object which is represented here. The name is given as car and the properties are mentioned here. Every car will have a model number. It has number of windows. Some cars have 2 windows, some cars have 4 windows. The color of the car, different colors, red, green, yellow, blue, so on, right? And it can do some functions like moving, stopping, parking, and so on. So this is how we represent in the software, in the class diagram, a real world object. Let's move forward. Then what is a class? A class is a user defined blueprint for which objects are created. Means in the real time, any object if you want to represent, you will create a blueprint of it, which is not in real, but it's a structure, right? Then it is called class. Class has got the class name. For example, in this case, car is the class name. Attributes or the properties, which we call it as, which holds the data of the actual object. An instance of a class is model number, window, color, like these are all called as attributes. And operations are represented with the notation of bracket here, which perform some action, which includes some logic. They are move, stop, park, and so on. Class can be associated with another class with one or more types of association, right? Unspecified association, exactly one type of association means one class is associated with another class, or one to many class, right? Star represents many, 0 to 1 represents the zeroth object has got at least 0 or 1 class is associated. M to N means M number of times the N class is associated. So different types of notations which we write it down on top of the notation of association. Association is always represented with a straight line, and if we write the numbers accordingly, the meaning changes. Now let's look into some of the structural aspects or some of the relational aspects of the class diagram. The first property which we discuss, or first methodology what we discuss, is called inheritance. Inheritance is a method in which the parents class functionalities and its methods are inherited by a child class. In real-time object, for example, the property held by the parent, that is nothing but the parents or land, building, so on, is inherited by default by the children's. Similarly, in the object-oriented concept also, we have got the inheritance. Let's understand a relation. For example, employee is a general class or a parent class which has got name and standard, right? And also employee has got the name and the start date, right? So these are the properties. The derived classes are full-time employee or part-time employee. Any employee can either become a full-time or part-time employee, right? So both of them has got the name. Both employees have got the start date. Both employees have got the functionalities implemented. And they can have additional stuff like set time, how much works hours they work, right? These type of properties are specific. This is called inheritance. Inheritance means you inherit something from the parent class to the child class. Means all the properties and functions which are of parent class are also implicitly included in the child class. Now let's try to understand the structural classes, which are nothing but the relations, right? We were talking about in the previous session about inheritance. Now we are talking about realization, right? Realization, you in many times in the real world you understand about the interface, right? What is an interface for communication, right? English language acts as an interface for communication, right? Wire acts as an interface between the two objects for electricity passing, right? Similarly, you can create software interfaces, right? One entity does not responsible, right? So it's a interface is like a definition how it looks like, but it can be implemented by the class which is inheriting it, right? So for example, in this case, every interface starts with I account, right? One account interface I am creating, and I am implementing it either as a savings account or a current account. So this is called a interface, yeah, which is nothing but realization. You have got for example, I car, it could be, right? In if you are implementing, it could be Hyundai car, it could be Maruti car, it could be Audi, it could be Ferrari, so on, right? So these are concrete realization of the interface what is defined. Association is nothing but a relation where one class is having some sort of relation with another class. Means one class is associated with another class. For example, to try to understand, every person has got an address. Means person class is associated with an address class. Okay. So this is how the two classes are associated. The association is represented by a line, what is indicated here. Aggregation, right? Aggregation is a special type of association where part of a relationship is represented. Okay. Class 2 is part of class 1. Okay. So this is called association, or this which is called aggregation. It's a special type of association. For example, passenger class is part of car class. Now, if he sits in, he will become part of it. Similarly, both classes have got their own life cycle. This is very important to remember. If the car get destroyed, only the car gets destroyed. The passenger doesn't get destroyed, right? Similarly, the passenger has got its own life. The car can run for 20 years. The passenger can live for 100 years. So this is the own life of it which exists. Similarly, a composition means one class is completely within the another class, right? It compositely included. Means the life of one class is part of another class. Means class 2 dies in the class 1 automatically dies. They don't have separate life cycle. For example, engine, right? Car engine and car. If car is destroyed, then automatically the engine also gets destroyed, right? It's part of it. Engine is part of the car, but passenger is not part of the car. Passenger can come and go, right? This is a separate called as aggregation. Composition means it is already included. In the car, there are inclusive parts like tire, fuel, engine. These are all parts of the car, which is implicitly included. Then you have got dependency, means one class is dependent on another class. This is represented with a dotted line with an arrow, right? For example, car class is dependent on the wheel class, right? Wheel should be there for a car to run. So this is how the dependency is represented. After learning all these examples, let's try to understand with a class diagram in real time with an example. Now I have taken animal as a class, right? Every animal has got some color, gender, height, and number of legs and average age what it lives, right? So these are the functions, two functions and three attributes. Three attributes are color, gender, height. Functions are or methods or properties, what this functions, what you call it as number of legs and average age. So these are inherited by the two child class, that is parrot class, elephant class. So parrot is a bird, right? But it is an animal. It also has got color, it also has got gender, it also has got height. In addition to that, it has got special features like beak color, feather color, right? It can fly or it can walk, right? These are the special type of functionalities what it can perform, the parrot. Similarly, if we take an elephant as a class, elephant has got its own size in feet, right? It can eat grass, right? These are the additional two properties. It can run, it can swim. These are the additional two functions what elephant can do in addition to the number of legs, which is 4. Average is around 60 to 80 years. Color is black, gender is male or female, height is around 10 feet. So these are the general properties of a elephant. So this is how we represent the real-time functionalities or objects or classes in the computer language. Thank you very much for listening. In the subsequent sessions, we will learn more about other types of class diagrams, that are sequence diagrams, activity diagrams, and so on. Thank you.